Welcome to episode 2 of Is It Woke? Or is it just a horrible film made by an idiot in this case? We're focusing on the 2019 reboot of the 2006 reboot of the 1974 movie, Black Christmas. Now, make no mistake, this Black Christmas is, well, it's only Black Christmas in name. That's it. Very few similarities, but I don't want to spoil it all right now. Let's get into this, shall we? First of all, let me set up who is responsible for this mess. This is Sophia Takal. She directed and co-wrote this steaming pile of excrement. A group of female students are stalked by a stranger during their Christmas break. That is until the young sorority pledges discover that their killer is part of an underground college conspiracy, and that's how our movie starts. Thanks, Sophia Takal. So the first woman we meet is Lindsay, who, with the start of this, kind of seems like it's just going to be a regular slasher movie, right? She gets killed in the snow, making a snow angel. It's called Black Christmas. It's a guy in a robe. This looks like it's hitting the beats from the previous movies at first. But before we go any further, I feel like I should introduce you to our main cast of characters. We have Activist Girl, Victim Girl, who has to go on a journey of redemption, the Pretty Dumb Girl, and someone who probably knew someone in production. Those are our main 4 characters. Now, there's some ancillaries you should know as we go on here. Of course, there's heteronormative, cisgendered, white, male professor.
Who here can tell me what they think this writer is trying to suggest?
I think that he's saying that women think with their instincts and men think with their brains, that women live in men's worlds, whether they like it or not.
So right here you see Evil White Professor is leading into this setup for a delivery of a line that almost guarantees you of who the heel or the antagonist is going to be in this.
I have no nefarious plot to secret away knowledge from you. There are no covert meetings in hidden rooms where men discuss how to bury women.
Now, if that little nugget right there didn't tell you that he was the villain, you're a complete moron, and this movie was probably made specifically for people like you. Alright, so we've met Bad White Professor. Now let's properly be introduced to Activist Girl, which is going to set up everything you need to know about her throughout this movie in one line.
Hi there. Do you understand my position against Professor Gelson and the ruthless misogyny of higher education?
And in a brilliant piece of writing with one monologue, Activist Girl will lay out the entire plot of the movie for you in this upcoming scene, which is going to save me a lot of time from explaining and wasting my breath on this trash.
Seriously, he was into the dark arts and shit. I read he, killed disobedient women in ritual sacrifices to male pagan god.
Now that nugget of exposition by Activist Girl was directed at the founder of the university, Calvin Hawthorne, who we're going to find out this fraternity is tied to him. It's the founders' fraternity, and they are the evil patriarchy. Ooh. So where they lay everything out is when the girls from the sorority are going to perform a musical number at the fraternity of the guy who attacked Victim Girl and made her into the feminist that she is today, because those evil white men, you know, they just can't contain themselves. So she goes wandering around and finds exactly what we were looking for. Yes, that magical MacGuffin that releases the black goo that Blumhouse seems to need to use because they can't come up with anything else because they're idiots. That's why they used it in Fantasy Island and this movie. Yes, so we find out that the patriarchy is indeed the evil villains, as her assailant is part of this evil cult that turns these white men into these killing machines who just want to stomp on the dreams of women everywhere. And I'm not joking, they have black goo that comes out of a bust of Calvin Hawthorne that makes these guys evil patriarchal monsters. Fast forward through a lot of man-hating, worthless character deaths, arcs that look like they're going nowhere and don't go anywhere, and we get this scene, which is the final battle of the movie between diverse female characters and evil white male patriarchy that gives us this gem.
You messed with the wrong sisters.
And the final fight scene in Black Christmas between the sorority and the fraternity is as cringeworthy as the carnival fight scene in Birds of Prey. It's so bad it would make Ruby Rose on Batwoman blush because it is that improbable and ridiculous and stupid, but they literally smashed the patriarchy. Victim girl might as well be Sophia Takal in this instance right here.
We will never be broken.
And Victim girl acts out Sophia Takal's feminist fantasy right here, smashes the bust of Hawthorne, and all the bad white men die, of course, because that's what happens. Did somebody say smashing the patriarchy wasn't enough? Well, allow writer and director Sophia Takal to hammer that point home a little bit farther about how evil these white men are. Well, the bust is destroyed. So, to properly destroy the patriarchy, you have to lock it in a room in a building that's on fire, go sit out on the front lawn and watch it burn, because you're a woman, you're fierce, and you go, girl. That's how you take the patriarchy down. So is this movie really a feminist propaganda piece, a veritable cornucopia of misandry and man-hating, white man-hating to be exact? You know, the kind that's really, really popular these days among these diverse females and all these people that are just like, well, you know, it's okay to be woke as long as you're hating on the right people, which happens to be white males, cisgendered white males. Is it woke or is it just trash filmmaking? Ladies and gentlemen, my decision. Hang on, let me sound the woke horn. Here it comes. Unlike episode 1 with Onward, this movie was 100% woke trash. Achievement unlocked, garbage tier filmmaking, Sophia Takal. Your characters were archetypal and stupid. Everything from start to finish was bad. Why don't you just come right out and say you hate men? Just say it. Save the studio's money. This was shot on a $5 million budget. It made $18 million. The marketing was garbage. I mean, they can't be happy. I don't know who invested in this project, who gave you a green light to make this, but then Netflix just greenlit a project for this woman. So, and I'm not saying she's an idiot because she's a woman. I'm saying that your views are a bit askewed as compared to reality, because nobody's stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve. You're a filmmaker, obviously. You had the right to make a shit movie like this. So yeah, this movie is 100% woke garbage, and I don't recommend it to anybody, anytime, anywhere. It should be destroyed and put later. Here's where you can find us all across social media at TB2BR on Instagram, the Place to Be Reviews page on Facebook, the official Place to Be Reviews fan page, that's our private group, at the Place to Be RE1, at N80 Pete on Twitter, past podcast available on Anchor, iTunes, and Spotify, and now the Place to Be Reviews on Discord. You can also email us if you're old-fashioned, okay boomer, at the Place to Be Reviews at mail.com, the world's best mail. Thank you very much. Also, on the way out, don't forget to bitch slap that like button. Do me that big solid, would ya? Yeah, I think you can do that. Also, hail the Fandom Menace. Hail to thee, my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Help us grow the channel. Hail the Fandom Collective, a group which we are proud members of now. We'll be working with them on a lot of collaborations in the near future. And I'd like to personally thank you all for joining the Place to Be Reviews. That's right, I'm Etepakuian of the Place to Be Reviews right here with all yous. Remember, if I don't see you, have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow.